I was sentenced to triple life in an adult prison in California, and I did 18 and a half years of those 3 life sentences.
As a kid, I already had the gang rules kind of like memorized. And just like anybody else, it's like who we look up to is who we want to be, you know? Who I looked up to was the biggest gang member in the block. Who I looked up to was the biggest drug dealer in the block.
Growing up, being a gang member showed me how to be a man, how to defend myself. I had to have no dad to tell me that, to teach me that.
I started really questioning what was I gonna do with my life. And even though I thought at that point in time that I was gonna die in prison, I was asking myself, like what am I gonna do with myself? Like I'm just becoming my own victimizer.
P.m. to 2:30 p.m. Enrollment required Project Fatherhood, Phase 1, Classroom B. 1 p.m. to 3 o'clock p.m. Learning Lab drops in Career Research Center. 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Enrollment required the addiction will be covered, Classroom A.
One thing that Homeboy does that's extremely unique is that we pay people to work on themselves. And while they're working on themselves, they actually get the incentive of a wage. They get to feel what it is to actually earn a paycheck while they're working on themselves. I don't know any other place that does that. So many other places claim to be a job resource. So many other places claim to be a drug rehabilitation place. So many other places claim to give you therapy, and that may be so. But to have the whole wraparound, but more importantly, to put you first beyond anything else, and then pay you for it, I find that amazing. I find that extremely unique. So what it becomes more important to heal than it is to simply be self-sufficient by having a job. To actually give us the tools to deal with the day-to-day basis. Then they just simply say, here goes a job, go off and work.
Good morning. Bow your head and pray. Thank God for this morning and giving us blessings and give us strength throughout the day and positivity. And help us and show us the way and the path. Thank you. Amen.
Thank you. Have a great day.
It's not really a job, it's more like a program. We learn like a new lifestyle. This is not a job. This is where you come and change your life whenever you're ready. This is where you get us over, pretty much. I grew up in Grado. The environment there it was hot, either by cops or other enemies. I don't think I would have made it to 50 if I would have stayed in that lifestyle. I've been in prison for 10 years, and I'm a baker here in Homeboy Industries. I work in the bakery and I also work in the front. I do classes here. I take parenting, anger management, and other classes that I need to change my life.
Many people that I work with, they are fresh out of prison or jail, and many people may be afraid of them, but they actually do really have hearts. They are changed people, so I would like for everyone to see that in them, not to be afraid of them because of their looks and stuff. They are, trying to do better for themselves, Some of them have family, kids, that they're trying to do better, So, yeah, and they always, are like protective of me, like it's their little sister or something. So I admire that they take care of me, Most people get afraid of their looks and stuff, but they really do have good hearts.
I've been in the streets since I was 14 years old, and I was a schoolboy back in the day, but since I just seen the homies kicking it and doing, like negative things, so I just decided, just to go out with them, kick it with them, and drinking and other stuff, and I like that life, But now, like I'm 36 years old. I have my daughter. She's 5 years old, and Now she, she changed my life. She changed my life, and I'm here. I'm here, and I'm part-time. At the bakery. Sometimes I go help in the Hunger Cafe. And I love my job. And now, I think I'm ready. That I think all that negativity that I used to do, it was not even worth it. But now I'm here and helping other, like I say, homies. Enemies that I have here. We're best friends.
I couldn't get a job nowhere else because of my criminal background, and I have a lot of facial tattoos. So right away, people were judging me, especially like when I'm out there in the streets, a lot of people like look at me especially like the police, they pull me over and they try to like see what I have, like weapons or drugs. But yeah, it was hard, but I'm in a good place now, You know what? Here at the Hunger Cafe, we're like a big family here. You know what I mean? Everybody gets along. It's not you're from this side. Because they have a lot of people from different sides. You know what I mean? So energy, we're always energized. Sometimes we're going through some stuff, but we pick ourselves up. You know what I mean? Most of the people that work here, they've been through like a lot. So we're kind of like we kind of like relate. The guys and girls, the females been through a lot too, so we kind of like relate to each other. We've been in prison. We didn't have good role models growing up. So we all kind of like relate to what we've been through since childhood. So we all get along and we all work. I'm in the tattoo removal. I'm removing the ones from my face. It's a process that you go through. It's been like my 6th time already. Some of them I'm gonna keep. It kind of reminds me what I was going through. So it's kind of like a reminder where I came from, my history and stuff like that. The ones I'm focusing on the gang-related tattoos that I have. I'm no longer affiliated with who I used to hang around with. So I'm taking those off.
So welcome back. It's been quite a few years, right?
No, 5 years.
And welcome back, okay? So I'll explain to you what the process is like, just in case so you remember. Basically what the laser is gonna do is break the ink up into little particles, and your body's immunity will get rid of it. It's a process, it takes multiple treatments, but as time goes, it'll get lighter and lighter and lighter until there's no more ink left, okay? It feels like popping grease or like hot rubber bands fully stretched with needles on the end, shooting fire. It's a laser, right? So you're gonna have some pain, burning, redness, swelling, but we'll get you through the process, okay? So the ones that we're gonna focus on are gonna be gang-related tattoos or visible from the neck up and the wrist down, court-ordered, prevents you from getting a job, put your family in danger. These are our main priorities, okay? Aftercare is going to be some sunblock and throw ice on it, and you'll be coming back probably every month to 6 weeks for your appointment. Okay. Do you have any questions at all? No questions? Okay, so tell me why you decided to come here to Homeboys.
Well, like I told you, I was clean for 2.5 years, and I relapsed, and I was in the street up and down. My kids got taken away.
Your kids were taken away?
Yeah, my daughter, she was 3 years old.
Sorry to hear that.
And my born, he was a month. And the truck got tired, and I was scared to come back to Homeboys because I was high, and asked for help, and they bring me over here back, and I'm trying to get my life back together, just take my tattoos, and I want my daughter back,
Yes.
And first thought, I gotta, get my life straight, get everything over, and I must continue what I'm doing now. It's being sober. One more time.
Good.
I'm gonna let God handle what they gotta do, and the only thing I'm trying to look forward. That's it. Not look back anymore.
Well, welcome back. We've been waiting for you. All right? Good. So now we're gonna start the process. So slide toward me a little bit.
Go to the neck too.
Let's hold it just like that. Now that's looking pretty good. You can still see Obviously, you can see what the original tattoo was, but you can tell that there's a little ink that's already disappearing. It's looking very nice. Your skin tone's all intact and looking perfect. All right. I'll do a couple of test shots. Three, two, one, test shot. Not bad. I think I gotta go 125.
125?
Yeah.
All right.
There we go. This is the one right here that we want. Because we're trying to remove this ink and make it look like you never had the tattoo. So I don't ask for much, but we want perfection. These are permanent reminders of the past, and we don't want to create permanent reminders of the future. So we're trying to make them look like they never had tattoos before.
I'm trying to get a new life and a new beginning, you know. It's a new start for me, and trying to be a father to my daughter, you know, because I never had time for her. But now I'm trying to be sober and trying to, you know, be there for her. It was hard for me to get a job, and I don't know, I was like, must I want to take him out, you know? I want to take him up, and you know, I'm tired, you know, people judging me because it's a test, I cannot get a job. You know, everywhere I go, people think I gangbang, you know, but you know, must I want to start a new life, you know, start fresh and start from the bottom, and must baby steps.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Let's do this one on the back. All right. So test shot here. 3, 2, 1.
What is the height of a triangle whose area is 20 and whose base is 5 feet?
Okay, so now this.
So now it's triangle again, right?
It's triangle, but remember we're talking about.
I started coming to Homeboys in 2014. So I caught a charge, and so I had to do classes and community services. I'm waiting to hear if I've been approved to be a trainee again, but I'm also taking classes, and I'm in the educational classes, and I also take a couple other classes here, and then I do tutoring.
So then now, remember how when we were multiplying fractions, so when it's like this actually cancels out, and that's what we wanted.
And now the 5H is by itself.
Right, so now we. To me, the truth of the matter is, the math is secondary to having everybody feel good about themselves. So if you feel good about yourself because you can do a problem, that's great, and then that's my avenue to make you feel better about yourself. If you just need somebody to talk to, then I'm here for that as well. And a lot of times we do a lot of math, but then sometimes we do a little talking, and then we create a relationship with one another. It's a place for me to bear witness to people that are working very hard on themselves, and for me to participate in that and be able to just be here and be seen and see other people in their struggles. And believe it or not, it's helped me in my own struggles that I've had to deal with. And so I get as much as I give in terms of tutoring or my presence here. We were doing up here when we were doing.
Sometimes we come in on our pouty, little kid stuff, and they have to pat our back and help us through a rough time. It just depends. Because Homeboys, we deal with working on ourselves here. So sometimes you're not gonna have a good day, and you still have to go to class. You still have to go to your job position, depending on what you're doing at Homeboys that day, and you still have to deal with life. So sometimes they, accommodate that. Sometimes, they remind us that we're human and we're gonna go through things, and we don't have to ignore it.
My name is Gustavo Mojica. I'm 45 years old. I've been here at Homeboy Industries on and off since 1998. I'm a tour guide, a motivational speaker, and also on weekends they have me working at the Writers Guild of America in Beverly Hills. We have a concession stand right there.
My name is Miguel Lugo. I grew up in Long Beach. I did 18 years in prison. And my ex-life, where I had triple life with 190 years, and ended up getting acquitted from it. Here at Homeboys, I do a little bit of everything. I'm head of security, case manager, navigator, whatever they put in front of me, and because it feels good to help another homie.
My name is Hugo Daniel Gonzalez. I've been out of prison for 5.5 months, and I'm loving every minute of it. In my opinion, there's a misconception that Homeboy Industries is purely a place that train you into kneading dough or silk screening a shirt or how to mop a floor, when in reality, I strongly believe that it's a place that gives us the space to value ourselves so that in turn we can value others and actually be someone positive in our community.
Before you can help somebody get a job, we first have to go through the healing process. In the healing process, it could take all the way from 6 months to 18 months. And therapy is a big thing, but also I think it's more about when you come here, accepting the change. The best way I describe it all the time is like you have an old car and you pull out the old motor out and you put a new one in. And then before you can break it in, you first have to go and drive kind of slow and take care of some of your business. And this is what happens at Homeboys. You first have to drive it, test it again, and then take it back to the mechanic shop and be like, okay, tighten this up, boom. And it's a new motor and an old body. You know, and the old body, the body that was the gang member, the drug dealer, whatever was going on in your life before you went to prison. It's not about you getting a regular job, it's about you getting a career. I don't want a guy to go work in a factory after he gets out of here. I want a guy to go work for the union and go and get a livelihood that they never have to sell dope again. They never have to go back to the gang life. They're able to buy a house. Like we all say, like, why not us? Why can't we have the American dream? Why we have to keep living in projects? Why not own a house? Why not?
It's not necessarily that Homeboy gives us an identity. It gives us the opportunity to find ourselves again. Not to change who we are, but to own who we were meant to be from the beginning.
I got guys that left from here and became like CEOs, directors of their own companies or whatever's going on. And I'm like, hey, can you hire one of the homies? And after they hire one, then I ask them, can they hire 10 more? and I think, and that's a beautiful thing. They're like homies that's been to the program. Some of them, they walked into the doors like right in the same time when I did, and now they're out there doing great.
A lot of people say my past does not define me. I'd rather say my past does define me. It speaks about my resiliency. It speaks about all the moments that I was able to feel like I was in doubt, but at the same time I overcame, and it made me that much stronger. And that right there is what places me in the place that I am today. And I'm not gonna deny that.
If I regret being in the gang, 80% of me doesn't, but 20% of me does, because they didn't get me nowhere. I've been here for so long. I mean, I thank God for home. I love working here, but I've dropped out of high school. I could have been, a player, baseball, not basketball, I don't have the height. I could have been something else besides being a gang member. Working somewhere else. I mean, I love working here, don't get me wrong, but I could have been somewhere else.
Let's help the homies heal. After you heal, then you're able to go to the world and fly, you know? Like those butterflies that come from Canada all the way down to Mexico, to Michoacan, and then they have to fly all the way back, and that's who we are. We're just butterflies that we just trying to find our way, you know? Homeboys.
So much trouble, it's not my fault, all this I also lose my friends, I lost my baby that is smoking crack. Only today want to change, he was So the cougar in the track will let you feel.